What's up, everybody? This is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer, and this, I guess, would be episode 3. Classification of Hump Yard. If you remember the last train that we did in the second video on how to basically use the AI to create a supply train for your industries, that train has now come into Barstow. It's sitting here. What we're looking at is these are the road locomotives. I just pulled them off and stuck them over here to the side, and we can take a look, and if you can see it against the background, kind of bright yellow. You know what? I'll do this. Oh, I can't do that because I don't have ownership of them. But right there, you probably can't see it, but it does say BAL to BAR, so they made it. We got it. And then we stuck a couple of locomotives on here. These are BNSF locomotives, but they're in the Run8 livery, and I'm going to show that to you real quick. Just real quick touch, everything here on the locomotives, the freight cars, anything that you see that is grayed out, you do not own the car pack or DLC for. So whenever you spawn something like this, it'll come out. It'll still come onto the track. You can still use it, but it'll probably be represented by either a Run8 locomotive or a Run8 boxcar. But it operates as it's supposed to operate when you're dealing with the industries. Just want to say that real quick. So that's why, even though these are BNSF locomotives, they're in the Run8 Western livery. So what we're going to do, though, is I'm going to show you how to, real quick, how to classify this train that just came in using the hump yard here in Barstow. So first order of business, you'll notice that right above here it says none. For the lead locomotive, the tag at the very least in all capital letters has to have the word hump. You can do, if you really want to drill down and be more realistic, you can do yard switcher, but the word hump has to be there. And if you've got more than one yard switcher, working the hump, you can name this whatever you want, but the word hump in all capital letters has to be in that title. And separated, can't have a dash, can't be all one word run together. It has to be separated out because the AI is going to be looking for that. All right, next step, I'm going to go, let's see, F12. That's left shift F12 so I can actually get up here and fly around, get down to the other end of this train. I could have just used end of train, but anyway, we're going to come down, and in Barstow, this is your hump controller right here. So when we get close, you can hover over it, but what we're going to do is left control F6. Now, this is the default hump program or hump controller as it is programmed in, based upon the different locals, okay, local or old yard, okay, the destination cities, KCK is an example, Kansas City. So this is the default as it comes in. What I want to show you is how you can actually make your own configuration. So we can type in, just all you got to do is just click, double click, and then you can type in, it can be anything you want, honestly. Let's see, Barstow locals. And we can go ahead and let's say, number one, I always like to put that as slough. Okay, that is any car that auto doesn't know what to deal with will go down the track. Okay, and the slough just tells me that's what that does. Okay, it'll automatically, even if it's not there, it just automatically shoves it down that track because if it doesn't have a place for it to go, track 1 tends to be the default. All right, so what I've done to show you is that on that train, I went and looked at the tags on that train. How did I do that? Real quick. We'll come back to this in just a moment. So if I fly back down again, I can click on any car, click on tagger, and here's the car tags all along here. So I took a look. I got which locals are in this. There's a bunch of different. Like here's LCal 1161, LCal 0103. There was another one, OCal 0611. So there's at least 3 different local tags in this train. And then there's a variety of different industries. EDW is Edwards. I know that one. ALD, Geo. There's BOR. So just remember that because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. And of course, I jotted it down on a little piece of paper so I don't forget. All right, and so this is something that you can do. This is an example of how configurable Run8 is. So you can certainly use the predefined one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill this down even more. Okay, so if I wanted to, I'll start with track number 3. If I wanted to, I could do, and it has to be exact, so they're using all capitals, so we're going to do L-CAL 0103 was one. I can do another one here, separated by a track, and then say L-CAL 0611. And I can separate this next one out. This is the third one, LCal 1161. So as it stands, if I leave that programmed that way, then the AI will look at it and say, okay, every car tag that has the LCal 0103 on it, I'll send down track number 3. Everyone that has LCal 0611, I'll send down track 5, and then LCal 1161, I'll send down track 7. But maybe we can drill down even farther. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to start with the LCal 0103. And I have 5 different industries that are part of that particular local. So the first one, once again, all capital letters, KTS. The next one is ALW. Sometimes I can't read my own writing. Sorry. And then GEO, KPS, then IRS. All right. So these are the industries that are part of the LCal 0103 local. Now I don't want. I mean, I could if I wanted to put in LCal 013 exactly as the cars look. That would separate it out as well too. So if I come back and do this, and if this helps you out, you certainly can do this. Okay, that's the exact tag that's on the car. So I could do that as well too, if that helps you out. I don't do that for the simple reason that that tag already exists above the car. So I'm already going to know what local it is. I just want the industries. So I can do those 5, skip a track, and then I can do the next one, which is the what I have on this one is the LCal 0611. I have cars for BOR and EDW. I'm going to skip a track. And then I have for the LCal 1161, RHE E and TET. So this is completely configurable. Now, though, I'll make a note here, and I'm not going to show the car, the trains going, being pushed over the hump, but I am going to show you how to start it. But I want to make a note here is that these are not all the industries that are for that local. Those are, before I leave, save to disk. That saves it. Okay. So there is a way that you can pull up and look at what industries are, on that. You just go to the industry list that was left, Control L, industry configuration, and then if you click here where it says local freight industry, it sorts them, and we have more that are involved on these maps. So you can take a look, like here's the LCal 0101, you can create an industry for that. And I mean, certainly there's options. You can get all your industries in there if you want for those. And of course, the other ones like the LOP 53, those are for Union Pacific. So you can drill down as general as you want or as detailed as you want. Run8 is that configurable. Left Control F6 will bring up the hump controller again. But we're just going to work with the train that we have, the car, the industries that are there. And then the last thing, once we have this set up, we, like I said, save to disk, saves it. We're going to turn on, and this is key, turn on the hump controller, and then turn on the auto pin puller. And the next piece is going to be, we're going to look at the hump yard. Here's the train that we have. You notice I got blue down here. I'm going to explain that here in just a minute. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. We want to look at the track. This is what we own. And we want to make sure it goes to the hump right there. And all hump yards will have something configured like this, whether it's Barstow, West Colton, Selkirk on the CXX Selkirk yard, Selkirk DLC, or Rice Yard on the on the Waycross DLC. Rose Yard in Pittsburgh is a flat switch yard. There is no hump there, so there is no hump controller. So you cannot AI. So yeah, it's interesting if you want to have a good challenge. Pittsburgh's a good challenge. Anyway, going back to here, what we want to do is we want to right click to turn it blue. We can left click and it flips the switch, or if I go to that switch itself, to make sure that I'm going to go up and over the hump yard. I'm standing right on top of it. As long as it's blue here, it's unlocked, I can click on it and I can flip the switch. So, and I'll show you that if I lock it and give it back to Auto, who is in control, if I click on it, knucklehead error, that's a locked CTC switch. You must ask the dispatcher to unlock it first. So right click the blue, turn it blue, and then you can click on the CTC switch itself and switch it. So that's an option. Now I bring that up because if there's a train real close to this, Auto won't let you switch it here on the dispatch board. You have to turn it blue and switch it right here, as long as we have no lights against it, there's no other trains coming in. So, all right. So anyway, hump controller's on, pin puller is turned on. We are lined in to the hump yard. Okay. So now all we need to do is come here. And two things, you can run the train yourself if you want. And if you do want to do it yourself, don't go any faster than about 2 miles an hour. Okay, that's all you really need. And or you can simply go AI the crew has been recruited, and it says right here, Barstow Hump Yard found by AI. The reason he can find it is because it's been turned on. And it says right here, recruit. You can hear him. There's his horn. He's going to start backing up, and he'll start pushing the cars over the hump yard, sorting them and we look at the first car right here, sorting them by that industry tags right there, BOR, KTS, BOR, BR. So all these cars will get sorted. And that is classification in a hump yard in a nutshell, showing you also how configurable Run8 is. So just a little taste of what you can do, how far you can drill down. Have fun with it, experiment. You know, part of learning is making mistakes. And if you make a mistake, then you know what not to do next time. But anyway, hopefully that'll get you started with the base game and getting a supply train in to bring you cars for your industries. So next, I think we're going to take a look at the industries and some key points on to make sure that Auto is bringing you the cars that you need. So on your supply trains. Well, anyway, this is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some education out of it. And if not, you can go ahead and leave me. Oh, let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. I don't know what they're doing. There we go. So wasn't set. That's my bad. Anyway, thanks. And I do want to get rid of that. There we go. Hang on. Boom. Thanks for watching. Anyway, there we go. Now it's set. Ooh, maybe I should do some pre-work. All right. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.